to another curriculum spotlight. This time I'm going to do a curriculum that is new to us this semester, and I shared it in my Rainbow Resource Haul and Review. It is Legends and Leagues by Veritas Press. I am using this with my 8-year-old and my 6-year-old sometimes sits in with us for it. The curriculum comes in a storybook and the workbook, and you need both of them technically to do it. You could do this without this, but you can't do just this. So the book is $12 or $10 for the PDF, and the workbook is $25 or $20 for the PDF. The prices are the same on Rainbow Resource and on Veritas Press's website. Okay, so this book, the storybook doesn't actually have geography in it. The storybook is giving a story, and in this case, they use Peter Pan. In each of the different versions, we're using the South, which is Africa, and in each one, they take a storybook character and weave it into the story. So this one is Peter Pan, and this, in the storybook, they have the storyline that takes you to each location, but there's no actual geography in it, which is why I said you can't really do this alone. This has the geography in it. Okay? We do it in 2 sessions a week usually. Each time takes us 15 to 20 minutes ish. It's a very kind of a quirky approach to geography, which my son loves. I think it's well written. It has really nice word choices. The book itself, I think, has a really great approach to the geography. I really love what kinds of topics they show, and we'll look into that more here in a minute. But they cover, obviously, the location, landforms, but they also do things like animals, mythical creatures, food. So they do a nice variety besides just like your basic, here's where it's located type of geography. This program is not a mastery approach. So if you want your child to come out away from here and be able to easily locate, each country and each capital, this is not going to be the program for you. But if you want exposure, I think this is a great choice. It's also, one other con is that it's not really independent. So if you're looking for an independent work, this is not going to be one that you probably want to consider. Possibly for a late 5th or 6th grader, I might consider it as an independent work, but before that, I definitely do not think it is. So if you're looking for a non-traditional approach to geography that is exposure over mastery, this might be a really good choice for you. If you are wanting independent work, this is probably not going to be the best of choices for you. It is easy to implement. It's open and go. I don't do any prep work, except the one thing I do add is I add a couple of YouTube videos each week to go along with the section that we're doing. My son really learns well in that way, so I like to add that as supplementation for him. There are 2 YouTube channels that 2 main ones that I've been using for that, and I will link them below. One of it is called Geography Now, and the YouTuber is going through countries in alphabetical order and making videos about the geography for each one. My son really loves those. But unfortunately, since I think he's in the B's, so we haven't been able to use very many of them. But he really likes those. And then the other one, which is one I just kind of stumbled across, and I forget the name of it. Again, I'll link it below. But it's a YouTube channel that's geared towards LDS missionaries. But what I like about it is that they're real short, like when you go to this country, here's foods you should expect to eat, or that kind of thing. So just, they're usually under 5 minutes. I'm just real short and focus on a specific topic. So it gives you just a glimpse into one part of that country. And so we've been watching several of those to go with them. So I will, again, link those below. Let me check over my notes to make sure there's anything else. Oh, one other thing I did want to mention is that there are samples of both on their website, so do be sure to check them out. This program is a spendy program in my opinion. You know, it's what, even if you do PDFs, it's $30 a semester, because these are supposed to be about 1 semester books. I mean, you could stretch it out, but so for me, that's a lot of money for geography. So that would be my biggest complaint about them. But so let's look down and take a look inside. Okay, so here is the storybook. It's a real nice quality. It's a laminated, heavy done paper. The paper itself is very nice quality, kind of slick. All the illustrations are in color, which I really like. You can see this is 1 chapter, and again, we do 1 chapter a week, so that's the length of a chapter. The reading level of the books themselves, I don't know what they would be considered, but I don't think they're that hard, except for the vocabulary of a lot of unknown words, like African words. But that is the storybook. I don't think I mentioned, but there are, I think there's 18 lessons, 16 lessons, 16 chapters in a book, and there are 4 different ones. North goes to Europe, and that's one we'll be doing next year. And then there's East, which is Asia. We're also going to do that one next year. And then West, which is North America. So here's the workbook. Again, nice quality. Table of contents. So you can see the pages are nicely in color. Let me zoom out. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Sorry about that. So they're all done in color. The paper quality is a nice paper quality too. I kind of wish they would skimp a little bit on the quality of the book in order to be less expensive, but that's my opinion. Anyway, chapter 3. Okay, so the first page has the vocabulary from the book and questions about the story they read. And also usually introduces a person or a place up here. Okay, and the pages vary a little bit, but this is, you know, a good example. Then there'll be some map work. And then these questions down here say this way and that way. And they're supposed to be, like, these are the easier questions, and then these are more difficult ones, depending on your student's ability. And they go along with the map work. And this one has some, talks about foods. This one is talking about Dr. Livingston, because he, you know, his story of exploring fits into this part of Africa. And then some more map work and more reading to go with the map, and then another set of this way, that way questions. And then this one is talking about vanilla. This was Madagascar. So that is what, you know, 1 chapter. So about 8 pages in a chapter. So occasionally they will do crafts or recipes. We have not done the crafts because Ben doesn't really care for crafts, but they are in there. So there's a nice, lots of different types of learning in it, which I really appreciate. There are review type tests I think it's every 4 lessons maybe. We have not done them because that's not really what I'm looking for at this age with Ben, but for an older student, it's a nice little review for them. And like I said, there are samples on the website, so do be sure to check them out. Veritas Press, if you don't know, is a Christian company. I have not, however, seen an overly, I don't think there's a lot of Christian push in this at all. I say that as a Christian, but as someone who prefers secular materials and be able to incorporate our faith as I as I want to. But there are things like Garden of Eden. There's Dr. Livingston, of course, as I mentioned already. There's a part about a church in Ethiopia that is spoken of in a historical way. So that may influence your opinion. But I really like this program. And Ben really loves it. So we will be doing it again. In the back of the book there is a glossary. It's nice for them to start learning dictionary skills and such. There's also answers are included. I only found the answers when I started looking to review this. I didn't realize that the answers were back there. And then there are also quizzes after every 3 chapters, it looks like. Yeah. But again, we haven't used those either. So that is Legends and Leagues Geography. If you have any questions about it, be sure to let me know and I will do my best to answer it. I will have links for this in the down bar below as well. Thanks for watching.